So looks like we're going to be doing anti-double bingo or double anti-bingo, meaning that one of them needs to pick a column or row for the other person to do. So Only picked column 5 and Hakua picked bottom left to top right. So that means they have to do that row, that column, or in this case, diagonal, and one more of their own choosing.
Yeah, so you want to pick, of course, the other row that complements yours, well. So column 5 here that they're going to have to do, use 40 PP is actually a pretty difficult one, I believe. Not only are they going to have to find enough badges in the game to use 40 PP, they're going to actually have to pick up all of the pack-ups in order to equip those badges as well. So it's kind of a double collection goal, that one is. So if you're unfamiliar with the game, this is kind of like a bullet hell Metroidvania. You probably won't see too much of the bullet hell elements in this game since we're playing on casual difficulty. It's the lowest difficulty, it's the easiest, but it is by far the fastest, so the bosses aren't going to be really that much of a concern. That isn't to say dying is impossible. When you're picking up the bare minimum to complete certain goals, often that means you're foregoing health. And both of these runners are known for diving into places without much health, so it wouldn't surprise me if we saw a death somewhere. But the auto-saves in this game are plentiful, where a death actually doesn't set you back that much. We see Hakua having a little trouble here on Ribbon. Hakua is pretty perfectionist when it comes to their speedruns, so if something is just slightly off with their strategy on bosses, they'll probably just reset the boss and try again. And often that is going to be faster than waiting out a boss attack. For instance here, you can see on Only's screen how Ribbon has flown up to the center of the screen to a location you can't hit her in. With just 9 health left. It's really unfortunate, but if you don't get that quick kill on Ribbon, that's what you gotta wait for.
Yeah, that just goes to show you how Hakua, being an active speedrunner, really, he's got the knowledge of how the quick kills work in casual. And that's gonna give him a pretty good edge. This beginning section is kind of the tutorial that you have to go through every single time you play the game. Or, not really tutorial, but prologue. So it kind of gives the players a bit of time to think about how they want to do their route.
Yeah, the prologue will last about 6 or 7 minutes, and maybe a little longer, depending on if they go slightly out of their way to pick up some things, if they've decided on their rows yet or not. But after that, the game really opens up and you have a lot of options. You'll likely see both players go towards getting 2 town members as fast as possible in order to unlock the event to pick up the slide item, which unlocks quite a lot of items in addition to a much faster movement speed throughout. So that's commonly what you'll probably see people doing, is just getting slide as soon as possible after getting out of prologue. And very nice quick kill on Ashley there from Hakua. Opting not to pick up the Sunny Beam. So I want to call attention here to Only Screen, who just did a reverse cutscene glitch to skip the entirety of the beach section. So what that does is it skips the Ashley 1 fight, it skips the bunny fight on the beach, so Ribbon actually doesn't unlock her boost ability at this point until you go back and do that, but it does skip that entire beach section. So if he doesn't have any goals that require him to go to that area, he just may not go there at all. What's the estimate for a race? This will probably take about maybe 45 to 55 minutes, 40 to 50 minutes probably. Both these runners are very good, and the times usually don't exceed that at all.
Yeah, so Only just barely got out of the prologue, and now he's going to go to one of 2 different town members, either Vanilla or Rita. Because as Econ said earlier, you want to get 2 town members as early as possible, but one of those town members has to be Sasini, but that's usually done second. So it's either Vanilla or Rita. Rita is faster to do, but Vanilla opens up more options, so it gives you kind of a routing sense in what you want to do. And we'll be able to see that after we see Coach 1 being fought.
Yeah, Kotri has an annoying defense up when she gets low on health. You can skip it with, proper attacking sequence. The combat in this game is actually really tight, despite what it may look like. There's a lot of frame-based inputs you have to do in order to hit the enemy right at the end of their invincibility time to make sure nice dual Rabi Slipper pick up there.
Yep.
To hit the enemy right at the end of their shield frames so you can get an attack off before they start doing an attack of their own and potentially jumping away and, being unable to hit. Looks like they're both opting to go over towards Rita. So Rita would be, the faster option of the 2 towns members. But she doesn't open up as much of the world after getting her as doing Vanilla would be.
Yeah, not much. You can do more of the northern area, but past that, not a whole lot. Going for the quick barrette.
Yeah, only hop down that holder to pick up the quick barrette item. That'll make Ribbon's charge attacks. She'll charge up faster, so it is just a nice damage increase. Picking up items is kind of weird in this game. In the category we're doing, which is casual standard, in standard mode, the bosses gain health and damage based on the items you pick up. So you can't just kind of overpower enemies in this mode. So picking up extra items is not something that you'll typically see players do. Unless it's for a goal that they're doing, of course. But specifically, once you hit 5 and 10% items, the bosses get a... Arian is kind of in this glass cannon state before then, so she'll be doing more damage and taking more damage. But once you pass that 10% threshold, you're going to see everything do a whole lot less damage, and bosses will gain a lot more health. So you might see people try to stay below that 10% for as long as they can. Only's having some PC problems here in the Spectral Cave, and this is actually normal for him. It's really unfortunate, but he lags in this area all the time. So Hakua is fighting Illusion Alias, which is kind of the chapter transition boss. Once you get 2 town members, you can fight Illusion Alias here and transition over to chapter 2, which is what you need to do to go to Slide. Hakua instead performed a glitch we like to call Alias Save Glitch. It triggers an autosave after that fight, but before it warps you out. So what Hakua is doing is kind of going into a much later area because all the chapter transition bosses take place on the same map, so you can end that boss fight and trigger an autosave that is in that map that you would be passing by much later in the game. And they did that because they need to pick up the Crazy Spirit Base egg, which is kind of a little Easter egg to the makers of the game. But normally that goal would have to come much later after they picked up the 7th town member, but using this glitch you can pick it up very early. And I want to say that's one of the rare, actually missable goals. If you don't do this glitch and I don't know if there's any way to get back there. I mean, I guess there is, you just have to play through the game again. Well, don't do that though. Anyway, looks like Only's doing the same thing.
Yeah. And you see them open up their menu and go to the load screen. What they're doing there is it's called the mini boss glitch or something.
Yeah.
But essentially, it increases the number of enemies killed by the file that you've selected. So just by killing one of the mini bosses, you just completely go through all of it. As it turned out, probably wouldn't have saved time with Only because he was just about to kill the other one there. But he just do it anyway. One thing to note earlier is Only did a really neat speed trick to get the arm strength a lot earlier than normal while he went up against Cassini.
That's the kind of play you can expect from Only, doing some really stupid jumps to get items.
And over on Hakua's side, he's trying to... Yeah, there we go. He went through a semi-solid platform with a down drill to get the attack up earlier without having to go through a whole lot to get that. It's normally a difficult attack up to get, but if you can just glitch your way through, it's not very hard to do.
Yeah, the semi-solid clips like that were found actually only recently, so we're still kind of getting used to all of the applications for it, but that one I think looks pretty slick because you can do some fun little wall bounces. Alright, so they were both traveling through Riverbank here. Hakua's already through Riverbank and onto the lab. This is where they'll find the slide item, and then that's when the speed will really start picking up. So you can see, since Hakua is still below 10% items, these lasers actually do a lot of damage. Once you hit above 10%, these lasers do like 7 or 8 damage. It's really puny compared to what it is right now. So, but, I mean, taking damage to go faster makes a lot of sense when you're trying to go fast. He's only doing the semi-solid clip. There we go. Took a couple tries, but we got it. So yeah, Hakua picked up the slide, and you can immediately see how much faster it is just by slide jumping around everywhere. And there's so many little passages in this game that it's just crazy how much more opens up once you have it. You can do a lot of these goals without picking it up, but the extra distance you would have to travel to like avoid or go around slide tunnels is definitely not worth it. So always pick up slide. Yes, Hakua skipped Whirl, and I'm gonna complain about that because Whirl is amazing.
So we can kind of see what Hakua is going for with the movement he just did there. One of the goals is 75% of the Southern Woodland map, and you saw him do some extra movement in the lab, which counts as part of the Southern Woodland. So...
Lab is part of Eastern Highlands, not Southern Woodland.
Oh.
Don't mean to like call you out like that, but those are...
Okay. And I don't know what Hakua was doing there.
I think...
Eastern Highlands.
Oh, Eastern Highlands map. Yeah, it is on here.
Okay.
Wait, is that... Hold on, is it...
I was looking for the map goals, and I only saw one of them.
Gotcha.
It's row 1, column 3. I knew it was one of the maps. I just got the wrong map.
Okay, so I would imagine Hakua is doing row 1 in addition to the column 5 that they're being made to do. I think that makes sense, does it? I don't know, the level 2 charge ring is really the only thing that kind of jives with the Southern Woodlands item on column 5. I guess 25% item would also help out, considering you're going to be collecting a lot of items anyway.
Yeah.
And Eastern Highlands map isn't that hard to do. It's just, what, lab, it counts Golden Riverbank and the Evernight Peak area. So Hakua, once they gain air dash, will be zooming through all those areas pretty quickly.
So to be able to get the level 3 Pico Hammer, what chapter do you have to be in? I forget.
Chapter 3. So about half of the item upgrades you will need to be in Chapter 3 in order to purchase, and the Pico Hammer is one of them. So they'll have to recruit at least 4 towns members before they can get that goal.
So Hakua is heading over to the to get air dash, which is the fastest movement. At least I assume. That's what Hakua's doing. Seems pretty reasonable. That'd be like one of the only reasons you'd go up here.
Yeah, especially because it's on their card. I would think that getting up air dash as soon as you can makes a lot of sense.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, often, even if it's not on your card, you're going to pick it up anyway, just of how much movement it gives you.
Right.
Let's see, where is Only headed? Only is headed to park, so he's going to be doing his park climb now, too. I guess we didn't mention that during the park climb, they picked up the attack trade badge. Even if they're not doing badge goals, the attack trade badge makes a lot of sense because it gives you a 25% damage bonus, which is the highest in the game, I'm pretty sure, in exchange for taking 50% more damage from everything. So it's actually pretty dangerous to use, but I mean, speedrun, go fast. Who cares if you're taking extra damage? I guess use 40 PP is also on their list, so it makes a lot of sense to grab that. Also, that was a pretty slick bounce there by Only at the bottom. Alright, so Hakua dipped back into town there to pick up the bunny strike item you get from the shop. After you pick up the slide, if you just visit the shop, you get the bunny strike item for free, and that actually lets you get to the warp in Sky Island Town without anything special. Normally the game would expect you to kind of have air jump to get up there, but if you just pick up Bunny Strike, you can get to the Sky Island Town warp right after picking up air dash, so it's actually really good, because otherwise you'd have to come back. You'd have to like travel back, and Only is trying to kill the sandbag here.
Trying to get the 4,000 damage. Maybe he's just trying to see if he can do it here.
He may be testing to see how much, like how many more attack ups he thinks he needs to pick up. He's gonna get it, isn't he?
It's hard to see because...
He got it. He got it.
Oh. He got it with the boost.
Just barely. So at the end of that sandbag, I guess we should explain the sandbag. It's just a little like DPS test to see how much damage you can do in X amount of time, and we have some goals associated with it. That's hilarious.
Wait, he did boost, yet he doesn't have the thing for boost.
So, okay. Hitting the sandbag gives you boost, even if you don't have it, like, unlocked. I think how it works is that the beach skip he did at the beginning of the game, you have your boost, but you can't refill it normally. Like, normally ribbon shots will recharge your boost, and I think those are completely disabled. I think that you can't recharge the boost, but hitting the sandbag sets your boost to full. So you can still use it after doing that. That's amazing. Wow, that's really great. I like that.
I'm learning all sorts of new things.
That's only for you. He's gonna do a lot of unorthodox stuff. That's really funny. Alright, so Hakua grabbed air dash and then grabbed the warp out of Sky Island Town. You have to kind of upgrade air dash before it's any useful in movement, but instead they're going to come down here to the pyramid, going to perform this zip here on the corner. This zip skips the majority of the pyramid and just takes you straight to the boss. And this is kind of the normal route for the casual speedrun. You go up there and grab air dash, and then you kind of fall down here on the beach and fight Pandora before you go upgrade air dash, so he's definitely used to doing this. Worrying about health under 10% is pretty much the only time that you may need to worry about health. Once you get past that 10%, there's going to be a lot less in the game that will have any danger of killing you. There's still some like spike pits and things like that if you manage to fall in them, it's pretty bad.
And there's some like a few orb enemies in like underwater that can do a lot of damage, but that's about it in terms of what can kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Hakua is zooming through here. Gonna grab wall jump. So your bunny, Arena actually has a built-in wall jump, so you don't actually need to pick up this wall jump item. But the item makes wall jumps easier and actually makes you go slightly higher when you wall jump. So it is actually necessary for some things to pick up that item. In addition, once you upgrade it, the wall jump will actually let you jump 3 times rather than the 2 that the built-in wall jump gives you. So you're going to see them going slightly out of their way to pick up some of these little Easter egg items. Picking up 5 gives you the rainbow magic, which isn't that useful. Some goals may require you to pick up Easter eggs or use rainbow magic for something specifically. But the eggs also give you 1,500 yen, which is the currency. They give you 1,500 bunny monies. So you may see them go slightly out of their way to pick up eggs, if anything, just for the money that you get. Alright, only picked up his top foreign badge there, which is the first of the 2 he needs to pick up for the bottom left square that he has to do. Also picking up a pack up, so he may be going for something badge related with that. He may also be doing column 5, actually. Hakua fell into the fire orb pit. Did he not mean to do that? I thought he was just getting fire orb.
Now you need fire orb to get a few items in the games. It lets you break open the ice blocks. It also helps with damage.
You know what? The 5 Northern Tundra attack up potions, one of those does require fire orb. So okay, it was on purpose. They did get that. Oh, yeah. He fell into the fire orb pit a second time. Okay.
Oh.
I totally missed that.
It's hard to pay attention and actually try and figure out what they're doing with the bingo.
Right, trying to deduce where they're going to go next and things like that. You end up watching one screen a little too long and the other one does something cool. So it looks like Only's heading up here towards Icy Summit. What's he doing up here? He's going to grab Super Carrot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Super Carrot's super great. In fact, it's one of the best DPS, the best damage items in the game, this thing is. You know, one of the Northern Tundra attack-up potions is up here, but that's not what he's going to do. He was just grabbing Super Carrot and leaving, huh? Okay, maybe he isn't doing column 5 after all then, because there's a Northern Tundra attack-up up there that he should have probably grabbed if he was doing that square. What did he need the Super Carrot for? Oh, he might have gotten it to fight Sharo later.
You're right, because you can't use your hammer against Sharo, and normally when you try and you can recruit Sharo without having to fight her, but the thing on what he has to do is actually defeat Sharo, so he's just getting Super Carrot to do damage, because that's your best damage option against Sharo is Super Carrot.
Oh, he's doing column 4. Okay, that makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because he has to defeat the Rainbow Crystals, which is what recruits Ashley, so that jives with his Center Square he has to do.
Mm-hmm. He has to get the Tough Skin badge, which requires you to defeat the Rainbow Crystals.
Wow, holy moly. Just recruiting Ashley is going to give him, like, half or all of 3 goals. That's amazing. Unfortunately, Ashley is really annoying. This fight takes a while. She gets a defense up buff when she's low on health, and is what I say, but, I mean, she's almost down already.
Yeah. If you're really good about it, I think you can do it without triggering the defense up on casual. I'm not too familiar with the strats on casual. No?
Only grab the Explode Shot there, which is a square, but I don't think that's what he's going for. The Explode Shot is just a strong magic type for Ribbon. It shoots these spread out fire shots below and... not below, to the left and to the right of you, in addition to having a pretty strong charge and boost.
Although he's not going to be able to recover boost.
That's right. He won't. Meanwhile, Hakua is going through their Southern Woodland map, I guess? Is that what they're going to be doing? Or do they just really want that egg? The defense up buff is sold by Rita, so each town member will sell you a different thing. Once you collect 3 towns members, you can buy buffs and such from NPCs, and the defense up buff is sold by Rita, which is a very fast and very common first boss to do, which they've both already done.
And now he's going for Saya. Only is going for Saya. As Hakua is going for Chapter 3. Which... what does he need that for?
Let's see. Well, you do need Chapter 3 to get to Sharo, but I don't know what...
If he's doing row 1, he's gonna need that to upgrade...
the Pico Hammer.
Yeah, the Pico Hammer.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, only got Explode Shot, but he probably didn't mark it because that square is irrelevant to him. He's probably already made up his mind at what he's doing. So even though he does have it, it probably won't make a play on anything. It probably won't matter, yeah.
You probably got it to get the 25% item.
And yep,
they're not going to use it a whole lot for actual damage.
And their Hakua upgraded their Pico Hammer to level 3, so they've got that marked off. Meanwhile, Only has beaten up Saya, which is always fun, and we'll be collecting her shortly. After you beat Saya, you do need to come talk to her. You have to make a small detour over here to actually recruit her, but it's only the one fight. This looks like a fairly cute game. This game is adorable, and it's actually a blast to play. I love it. Alright, Hakua has entered the system interior here. Gonna be using the mini-boss glitch to skip this fairly long mini-boss fight. Just taking out one enemy, and they will be picking up air jump very shortly. So, the combination of air dash, air jump, and, like, it's just great. Because you're gonna be flying through the air. So when you do a quick drop, which is falling quickly in the air, and then doing a double jump, you get a lot of horizontal speed that rivals air dash, but with a combination of the two, you can get everything. And they're just gonna grab the air jump and leave.
Well, Hakua is. Only is gonna have to do a little more.
Yeah, Hakua, or Only is going to have to actually
Only.
defeat Sharo, which is the boss of the system interior. Yeah, it looks like Hakua is doing roll 1. Funny enough, Hakua could have upgraded the charge ring there. I'm pretty sure they picked it up. They did fight Kokoa. But I don't think they had enough money. They're only running 6,000 right now. And right now they're just flying around picking up map squares for the Eastern Highlands map. There's a lot of places in Lab that are just flat horizontal places, so you want to come back here with air dash, and then this transitions over easily into the next area in the riverbank where they can just keep going, get map. And here's Only fighting the rainbow crystals in the laggy as heck place for him. Well, this is why he got super carrot. So here's the power of super carrot. It's really strong.
Normally you can just get a Cocoa Bomb and one-shot the rainbow crystals, but that requires you to recruit Coco, and that's not what he's going to do.
Yeah, if you don't want to recruit Coco, I guess you don't need to, but Super Carrot makes that fight a lot easier than it could be. And with that, that actually recruits Ashley, it defeats the Rainbow Crystal, and that gives him the Tough Skin Badge. Oh, look at this. He's going to try to get up here. This is... Oh, okay, he gave up. This is going to be one of the only stupid jumps that he likes to do, but didn't work out that time.
Yeah, I don't think that would even be faster.
He's trying again. He's going to bounce! He's going to do a quick drop whirl onto these enemies, which makes you bounce super high, and it's really fun. And he's going to try to use it to get up here. Angling this is so weird. The lag might help him with this, I'm not sure. Oh no.
I don't know if this is a good move to do, period. Because he just needs to get out, right?
Let's see. What is he going up there? I think he's going up there because he needs Southern Woodland items still. No, he doesn't.
No.
I don't know why he was trying to get back up there.
That would be Hakua.
Yeah, that's right.
And this... I don't think this is even Southern Woodland. Is it? No, it is.
So pretty soon Only's gonna have to go fight Lilith and Sharo both. They're pretty far away from each other. Where's he going now? Oh, he's gonna go do the Alias 2 fight to get into next chapter. And there's his defense up buff. Nice. You did remember to do that. We were wondering if he could make the second jump. He might have been able to. If you bunny strike off, can you come back and hit the ledge, amulet, wall jump, and then air dash to the right? I'm not sure. Yeah, Volcano's probably faster and easier. I'm not quite sure. Alright, so Hakua's fighting Ashley. She's just kind of in the way. If you're trying to get Eastern Highlands items, it's kind of difficult to route around fighting Ashley, so sometimes it's better just to go straight through her. It's a little unfortunate, but sometimes you gotta do it.
He's getting the map, mostly.
Is there a Hero System Interior 2 goal? There is not. None of the post-game goals are on here. I think we kind of rated the goals based on what we perceived as, like, difficulty. And I think one of the hardest goals we have on here is... Oh gosh. Maybe recruit Sheena or purchase the attack up buff. But System Interior 2 is a post-game area, and we don't have post-game areas marked for difficulties at all. So they won't have to do that. They won't have to go do the Miru fight or anything like that. Though I think Miru almost made the cut, but I think ultimately she was cut. And yeah, technically you could sequence break to get into there if you wanted to. There's just not really anything of value in there. Other than System Interior map, I guess. I did do that in a bingo once. I needed like 2 map squares, so I slide zipped into a post-game area and got the... They're not specifically banned, there's just really no reason to do them. Alright, Only's picking up his air jump, and instead of leaving System Interior, he's going to keep going because Sharo is in here and he does need to defeat her. Unfortunately, this is another laggy area for him. Hakua is just continuing to fly through the Eastern Highlands, grabbing as much map as they can. 70% is... Is that one of the... I don't remember if that's the higher end of our Eastern Highland goals or not.
It sounds pretty high.
Yeah, it does. So Sharo is actually immune to the hammer. You cannot damage her with the hammer, so you have to use just Ribbon, and she's actually weak to Cocoa or to Carrot Bomb, so you can just kind of drop carrots on her, and it doesn't actually take too long to defeat her. Unfortunately, she does have a lot of attacks where she'll disappear completely, and you can't damage her at all until those attacks are over.
Right now, Only wants to use the bunny amulets alongside the super carrots to do a lot of damage. Did that.
Yeah, normally super carrot has a pretty long cooldown on it. The cooldown doesn't make you unable to use it, but it does make the charge time a lot longer. Using an amulet, though, will reset that cooldown, so you can just kind of spam it.
And it gives you invincibility frames, so you can just keep spamming it.
Yeah, it's actually a very good tactic to use in the later difficulties, because you can extend your invincibility frames for quite a while. Hakua was trying to decide what to do there. Didn't know if they wanted to go all the way over there to the spike barrier to grab map or not. Map area 75%. Oh wow, they did a lot more than they needed to. Alright, so here comes Lilith one skip from Only. He's going to fly over this wall here. That completely skips the first Lilith fight and goes straight to the second Lilith fight. So right now Only has about a 3 to 4 minute auto-scroller he has to do, which is one of the main reasons the Lilith goal is not that hot. And a pretty popular pick for other people to have to do. It's just kind of this auto-scroller you can't get past doing. But once they do this, they're going to be just about done.
Yeah, Only's going to be pretty much done. He has to get 1% more items, but he can just buy them.
You know what he will be doing, though? He'll be landing right under... he'll be landing right underneath the Night Forest, so he can just hop up there if he wants to. He can also just go left straight to beach, which he never did, but he'd have to fight the beach once. Yeah, 25% item. That's like one major item, because major items like the hammer or ribbon magics always give like 1%. But if he gets like any sort of health up or mana up potion, he may need to get 2 or 3 of those before it actually ticks over that 1% he needs. Hakua is opting to... Oh yeah, he has to fight Nixie, or Nieve here, because he needs the Water Orb, which Nieve is guarding. So this is just an unfortunate boss fight he has to do. Was Hakua's forced roll a big deal? Hakua was forced... what, column 5?
Yeah.
Northern Tundra attack ups is pretty bad, because you need to beat Nieve here to get the Water Orb, you need to get the Fire Orb, and you also need the ability to scale the Water Tower, which on their own aren't that bad, but in combination that's a lot of running around you have to do.
Plus the 40 PP and the woodland items as well.
40 PP is a lot.
I'd say column 5 is one of the better choices from Only to force Hakua to do.
Yeah, column 5 is actually pretty big, I think. Because Southern Woodlands items, 20 Southern Woodlands items is not that bad. Southern Woodlands, it's a pretty easy area to traverse. The items are, I'd say densely packed. They're pretty close to each other. But there's only, what, I think 2 pack-ups? Maybe 3, actually. So that... I'm not sure. I think if there's 3 pack-ups, that isn't too bad, because they need the pack-ups to equip the 40 PP badges.
And it's just more time not spent doing some of the other goals. Not spent towards the Tundra attack up potions.
Granted, I think the 25% item for Hakua was free as heck. The Cray Spirit base was free, because they did that. I think they could have gotten away with not going into Chapter 3 for the Pico Hammer, because that was the only reason they had to go to Chapter 3. Meanwhile, Only here is fighting Lilith, and she is almost down. The yellow magic, the Sunny Beam, is actually very, very good in this flying section, but since Only skipped the beach, he didn't walk past Sunny Beam, so he couldn't pick it up. And with that, Only needs like 2 more items to finish. Oh no! Okay, so stupid side chapter. Once you get your 6th town recruit, this little side chapter thing appears, and you play as Rita, and it takes like 2 seconds to do, and it's very silly because it just pops up. But now he's going into the beach for the first time. You need that item, dude! Where's he going? You only need...
He's getting the necklace, and that might do it.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. Okay, yep, plus necklace is a whole percent, so GG to only.
Yep.
He knew what he was doing. That's pretty good.
What a match.
Dude, only wrecked that.
Even with his slower computer. You can see the difference in in-game times on the top left. There's about a 2-minute difference.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, that just shows off how much lag he has or something. I guess the reloads as well, since that also resets that timer.
Yeah.
Column 5 is really bad. I don't blame Hakua for taking this long to do the column 5, because that's a pretty dangerous one.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, and as to which one we would give. And I looked at bottom left, top right, but then we were like, no, it's actually not that bad.
Yeah, what's up?
Welcome only in Hakua.
Yo, I really underestimated how bad use 40 PP is.
Yep.
That's actually super hard.
Sorry.
I'm like, damn, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I think I have enough badges. Well, the badges is the easy part, I guess.
Easy part. It's the pack-ups. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only you just kind of ran over that. As soon as I figured out what you were doing, like your other row, I was like, this makes a whole lot of sense. I loved how
it's like pretty much the same row.
Yeah, Rainbow Crystal got you like 2.5 squares.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did get to see Beach Skip. That was
We did get to beat. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I figured you got Beach Skip. I was like thinking about it. I was like,
Well, I was looking at the card to begin with, like when we were looking at the card, and I was just like, you know what? I'm doing Beach Skip. I don't care what he gives me. I had the determination.
So, am I right in how the how ribbons boost work? That it just you can't regenerate boost, but you can still use it if you get it.
you can't regen
yes.
boost, but if you eat a donut, you can use it. That is correct.
You can regen boost through either a donut or by hitting the sandbag.
Yeah, that's what we thought you did. That was really funny.
Yep.
And you needed that boost to get the points.
I definitely needed that boost to get the points, yeah.
I was surprised by how early you got that.
Same. I did it during park climb. That was my first time through.
Yeah, I figured you did it there because I was like, yeah, there's no way. Yeah.
I got arm strength on my way to Sissini by doing a spike barrier jump. And then I bought just enough attack ups to make it work.
Yeah, you were at like, even after you boosted, the timer went off, but Ruben keeps going after the timer. And you had like 4,100. It was super close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't even know like where I'm gonna get 40 PP.
We're gonna call it the spike barrier jump. I don't know. I figured that would be the most descriptive.
Was the level 3 Pico Hammer your only reason for going to Chapter 4, Hakua? I think that's all you needed.
Yeah, and I wanted to get air jump because the attack ups. Technically, I didn't need it, but
Oh, for the water tower.
and I needed to collect a lot of stuff anyway, so I figured.
Is charging a chapter 3 item?
No, it is not.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
You got side chapter 2, nice.
I did get side chapter. I didn't need it.
Right.
I was like feeling pretty dumb right at the end. I was like, I needed to pick up one more item before fighting Lilith.
I like the idea of plus necklace. I was gonna think you could just like go to the shop and
I
buy
was gonna
something.
go to the shop and I was like, I don't know if those actually give you 1% for sure, so I went and got plus necklace.
They do. The 4 items
Yeah,
that you
what I
would think
thought.
give you 1% do give you 1%. I don't think the potion items do, but
No.
yeah, you know.
Well, actually, I probably could have bought a regen up, and that would have given me, because I don't think I have any regen ups.
Oh yeah, because your first
Yeah.
of each type gives you a small amount, doesn't it?
Yeah.
128 plus 5, 13. That's 39. Nice.
No.
I have 39 PP worth of badges.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, how many items do I even have in this area? Oh, 11? Wait, 12.
You might be missing some badges.
Well, I mean, I can get more badges. I'm still worried about the whole PP thing. Oh, I totally misread 70% Eastern Highlands
As 75? Because you
as
got
75. Yeah, I got 75.
Yeah, I
and
got
then-
confused.
Well,
Yeah.
it's Eastern Highlands.
And then I checked
Not
off
that
the
bad.
square, and I was like, huh, this is only 70. Awkward.
I got confused between Southern Woodland and Eastern Highlands because I knew you were going for a map, but I just misread which one it was.
So, are there 3 pack-ups in Southern Woodlands?
There is...
One in each area, I thought.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's alright.
Okay. I feel like that was like the only sync you had between your rows.
Yeah, I had no idea what would go with row or column 5.
Me neither.
Like, I think there were worse rows or columns, but the reason I chose it was because I didn't think it synergized with anything else.
It really didn't. I feel like.
I mean, the problem is, I would say, the 40 PP.
Yeah,
That's like
bad.
way more involved than you would initially think.
Actually, row 5, I think, would have been not that bad. Because Eastern
Yeah,
Southern
yeah.
Woodland has a good amount of HP ups. You're going to get tough skin right after Rainbow Crystals. Which is a badge to use 40 PP on. It's a pretty strong badge, I believe, like 8 or something.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't
Somewhere.
worried about the badges. It's actually the PPs, the hard part.
Or just the
Because
pack up.
because there are a plethora of like badges that give a lot that are in easy to access areas. Like air dash in the row is already like a million PP by itself because of all the badges around that area. So I wasn't worried about that, but yeah, not having a lot of PP kind of hurts. I still don't have enough. Ow, I'm gonna die. I have 33.
Oh wow, have you bought any from the shops? I've kind of missed it.
No, I didn't. Oh, I think I bought one.
Pack-ups
Oh,
are
that's good.
relatively cheap, I think.
They're
like
relatively
second
cheap,
cheapest.
but I had to buy a lot of stuff in my row.
Oh yeah, you
I
have
don't
Air
have
Dash.
a lot of money.
Air Dash and Pico Hammer isn't cheap either.
Well, I bought a lot of attack ups too, which was a mistake because I like changed my mind of which row I was gonna do, kind of like halfway through.
Oh,
Which is why I
that
got
stinks.
so many attack ups because I was like, all right, I'm gonna do sandbag, but then I changed my mind. So I was gonna do row 4, which I don't know, maybe it would have been better, even still.
Row 4 doesn't look so bad.
Yeah.
I can say for sure that 4000 sandbag is pretty easy.
Yeah, I think that arm strength is what lets you
Yeah,
do it at the
it's
start there.
definitely what you want.
Crap, now I gotta learn that jump.
You gotta learn that jump, yeah. It's a good one.
I need one more item. Where do I go?
Dude, my game is lagging pretty bad.
Yeah, you had a couple
System
of really
interior.
bad fights there.
Oh man.
I love
Oh,
the
actually-
laggy Super Carrot fight with Rainbow Crystals. That was pretty
Yeah.
fun.
Did you get Hourglass?
No. I didn't go to Pyramid.
For Sharo? Okay. Yeah, I was just curious.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. I just got Super Carrot. That was like
Yeah,
really
I mean,
the
that's
only thing I went out of my way for.
Super Carrot is like good enough.
Yeah, you had Explode Shot too, though I don't know if you actually used it or not.
I used it on Lilith.
Oh yeah, because you didn't have Sunny Beam.
I have Sunny Beam.
Yeah, I mean that was part of the reason why I gave you that row. I was like, I need you to get Sunny Beam and not to skip, but then you did it anyway. So it's like, well, okay. I wasn't sure if you did it or not, but the fact that you got the Crest Spirit base egg so fast after I did, I was like, he probably did it.
Yeah. I mean, you still got there before I did.
Yeah.
Dude, Minicon is not cooperating.
Sorry. She doesn't. Oh, yeah. I don't know.
She's not giving me the high jumps.
I think I did this trick once. I've tried it once and I got it once, and I never want to do it again.
All right, this looks good. I just need to like properly pause buffer. All right, there it is. This is it.
I have 39 PP. Lovely.
That's
Nice.
39 out of 39. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, figures.
well.
Oh, I gotta be careful. Oh, I gotta be careful around the PP.
PP goals.
Dangerous.
Plan them out ahead of time. If you had given me the PP goal, I wouldn't have known what to do either. So.
Yeah, column 5 was really nasty. We found out not too long.
Yeah, the Northern Tundra attack ups is always like pretty bad itself.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's a lot of running around the world you have to do for that. Fire Orb and Water Orb. In addition to dipping down into Aquarium.
Right. Where am I
two of
going?
them.
Oh, I can't go this way. I think I only need one more pack up.
Did you get the one in... Oh,
I was gonna get the one in Pyramid, but I don't know.
it's really far down there. As long as you have a badge to equip, like right after you get it, it's fine.
Yeah, you can get it right after the Chaos Rod.
Okay, yeah, I'm done.
Congrats.
No, I
Wait, you didn't get that one?
I didn't get the one on top. Well, because originally I was planning on getting Air Dash and then dropping down to Pandora and then getting it at that point in time.
Oh, but then
I
did,
changed my mind and decided that maybe I'm going to need this one pack up here. So that's why I also went back and got Bunny Strike, which I wasn't originally planning on doing. I don't know if you saw that. I didn't forget Bunny Strike. I changed my mind at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to upgrade Wall Jump, so I got to
Ouch.
the water tower, and then I was like, I couldn't remember if you could do it without Wall Jump.
Did you
or
have
not.
Bunny Whirl?
I didn't have Bunny Whirl.
No.
well,
So
then-
I knew that you could
Yeah.
get it with Bunny Whirl. I wasn't sure if you couldn't get it without. So I was
I don't
like,
think so.
I gave it like a few tries, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get Wall Jump.
Yeah, I definitely commented on
was a
you not
mistake.
picking up Whirl. Always pick up Whirl.
I don't pick up Whirl if I'm getting Air Jump, which is, I got Air Jump, so I was gonna get it.
I thought that I forgot to talk to Ashley in town like twice, so I went back to town and like passed my house just to double check. And then I paused my game and looked at the map just to triple check. I was like, okay, are Rainbow Crystal's gonna be there?
Yeah,
You don't want to forget these kinds of things.
yeah. Floob just forgot Rainbow Crystals earlier today.
Yeah.
Dang.
All right, I think with that, we're gonna take off here unless we have anything else we want to get in. Nothing? You all done?
40
Yep.
PP is impossible.
Good match.
Yeah, only you just like destroyed that. That was pretty great. I've never seen Ashley
Well-
recruitment have so much value.
Same. Well,
Yeah. Up next is Mega Man X.
Yeah,
Something.
Mega Man X on this channel. I think we're gonna have something going on every speed gaming channel right now. So there's a lot to pick from.
Whoa.
Chrono Trigger is on Speed Gaming 2. Speed Gaming 3 is Mario 64, and it's cut off on the schedule. Probably Super Mario.
Super
Odyssey
Mario Odyssey.
is on
yeah.
SG4. But stay tuned on this channel to watch Mega Man X. And yeah, I think that's all. Thank you, everyone.